What is up, undead gamers? This is Graveyard here, and I just want to talk a little bit about the new roguelite FPS game that just came out like a few days ago, Deadzone Rogue. Um, so this game is made by Prophecy Games, which they made Tribes 3 and Tribes before that as well. The Tribes games were really popular in the early 2000s, and I didn't even know this, but Tribes 3 launched in March of this year, and it got basically shut down 3 months after it came out because um, the peak of the game was only like 900 players, and it basically died when it launched, which is pretty surprising because I saw some hype behind it because Tribes 2 was Tribes Ascent was like insanely played and popular. I know there's a huge competitive scene in that game as well, and I always wanted to get into it, but I didn't have like a PC to play it back then. So I was thinking to get into Tribes 3, but no, it's just gone. And so they were developing this other game, Star Siege Rogue, which later turned into this game, Deadzone Rogue. Star Siege Rogue was an extraction shooter. Basically the same mechanic, not the same mechanics, but the same guns and everything as this game, but an extraction shooter. Apparently that game failed as well, and they just abandoned it, sort of, kind of morphed into this game. And if you own that game, actually, you get Deadzone Rogue for free, which I guess is nice. Probably is pretty awkward just to, look for this game in your library and you're like, wait, it's an entirely different video game now? Okay. But anyways, this game is fun. I see a lot of videos jerking this game off right now, saying like, "Oh my gosh, this game is incredible." There was this guy that was glazing this game so hard. I was watching earlier. He's saying like the animations are like high tier, high production value. The graphics are insane. The gunplay is just so smooth and crispy. It's like, um, I wouldn't say that. Everything he said is take that down a notch. Okay? Take that down by like half. The game is fun. The whole premise of it is you're, on this abandoned spaceship, and it's overrun with a bunch of robots and some mutant enemies as well. There's a little bit of story there, but it's just this intel you find on the floor throughout the missions. There's no real stories of the game. It's just you go and shoot, clear a room. When you kill enemies, they drop points, they drop loot. There's weapons you can get. There's different tiers of weapons. There's common, there's uncommon. I didn't get too far. I only got to like purple loot. I don't know if there's like gold legendary. I'm assuming there is. And after every room you clear, there is an orb, and it's a new power up. There's power ups in term of just new weapons. The orb will give you new weapons. One of the orbs will give you an overall new ability power up. Hip fire will give you more crits. If you aim down sights, it'll give you more crit and highlight enemies and all that stuff. There's even like abilities where if you spend your whole magazine, your reload is like 50% faster or something crazy like that. There's another power up where if the bullets you spend, the less bullets you have, the more damage you'll do. So stuff like that. Cool roguelite mechanics that change up every room you go through. I will say there's not like an infinite amount of possibilities, really. There's a set amount of abilities, and you'll kind of know what you're going to get in the next room you go into, right? You'll start out with guns, and then the next one will be like an ability for your gun, and then the next one will be just an overall ability for your character that makes you really OP. So keep that in mind. I haven't gotten far into the game. I know there's bosses as well. I haven't gotten to like an actual boss yet, but I'm excited to get to it. So overall, this game is like perfect for just going in, getting a quick match in. It has that addictive quality to it, so I can understand why people are kind of glazing it. But honestly, it's not like amazing. The animations of the guns are just subpar. The gunplay is, I'll say it's just mid on controller. I'm a controller player, so The gunplay is not that great, and I'll tell you why. The aim assist is so damn strong on the guns in this game. It kind of takes away your control of where you want to aim. So this game is definitely better on keyboard and mouse. I'm just not that kind of player. I'll play on it because it feels better. I'll adapt to it like I did Doom Eternal. Just keep that in mind. The enemies overall, there's just mostly robots. And the cool thing about starting a room or a mission is that you go into stealth mode and you can kind of plan out what you want to do. There's not really much you can do to plan out. It's just kind of where you want to position yourself and where you want to put these explosive barrels. I wish and I hope they add this into the game in the future. This game is early access, by the way, so it's not finished. And it's also 20 bucks, which is pretty good price for this. I'd say it's worth it if you want to go and play a game like this. But I wish hopefully they implement like a trap system where you can buy traps, maybe place on the wall, place on the floor, and you know they walk into it and explode. That would be really nice. Maybe you can like place buffs somewhere. I don't know how that'd work, but you know it's just really just the barrels and where you want to put yourself. So there's some planning. It's nice. You can definitely get kind of stuck in the room if you don't position yourself right, or if you just start right at the door and start guns blazing like crazy, because there's these robots that'll run at you. There's these other enemies that are pretty annoying that will just shoot these grenades, and those can really delete you. You know, a few of those can just kill you pretty much instantly, so you gotta be careful. Always take those guys out first, I'd say, and then the running robots. Yeah, so there's some challenge there. That's nice. The AI is pretty good. Although stiff, I will say everything feels kind of stiff. It feels like an indie developer made this. I'm not really sure if Prophecy Games is an indie developer. I don't think they are. But it feels, you know, a little janky. But it's okay. It's early access, so I'll give them a pass there, and it's fun enough. I will say the real standout for me is the audio in this game. The audio in this game is like really good, and I haven't seen anyone talk about this. All the the guns firing, sounds it makes when you shoot the enemies, and the headshot sounds are really just addicting to hear. Almost said sound. I cannot speak. To hear. That's what really keeps me playing, is like I want to hear those, you know, pop sound effects. And the cha-ching when you go on the elevator for some reason. I don't know, it's just kind of funny. I want to point that out. And also when the running enemies are behind you, they'll make a distinct sound before the attack, so you can dodge forward to avoid that. So the sound design is actually intentional, and I like that quite a bit. I can't, hopefully they add more enemies and stuff like that. Again, I haven't gotten too far into the game, so maybe there are more enemies. I know there's like mutants as well, like cyborgs. So overall, this game is really good. This is just like my first impressions video, not like a full review. So yeah, I also want to mention, I almost left this out, but after every mission or room, not every room, but you'll encounter a fabricator, and you can like upgrade your gear, so your armor, your guns, you can upgrade their quality to like uncommon and epic. I'm assuming that's what purple is. And yeah, it just does more damage, and you can get elemental effects. That's another thing I want to point out. There's elemental abilities for your guns in this game. There's like lightning, there's void, there's ice, and you know they all do what you think they kind of do. Void is interesting because it makes it so the enemy does less damage to you, which is really nice. That's kind of unique. And they're really OP. I think the chain lightning is kind of broken. It will kind of just delete enemies, so it's great. It's a lot of fun. I'm glad they put that in there. It reminds me of Black Ops Zombies. I love elemental effects on weapons. If I were making shooter games, you know, all my games would have elemental effects for the weapons. It just makes the game, I don't know, makes every gun different, right? Every time you go into the game, makes the guns different. So it would be cool if you could also choose your elemental effects as well. Maybe buy them, but I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe that's not roguelite enough. I'm not sure. Anyways, this game is great. People are glazing this game a lot. It's not like perfect or anything. It feels very, I guess, one-dimensional, and but it's an older style game. You just run in, gun, pick up loot, upgrade, and that's it. And it's perfect for before you have to go to work, or if you just want to get a quick match in. The gunplay satisfying enough. So hopefully this game evolves and we see more content for it, and the studio doesn't abandon this game like they did to some of their other games just very recently. It's very scary, but it's a good sign they gave this game for free after, if you own Star Siege Rogue. So that's what I think. Let me know what you guys think down below. I'm sure I missed some things, but I'm just giving my overall impressions. I do want to play more of it. It's fun, I'll say that, but it's nothing special. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time. I want to start making more videos like this, the games I'm playing, when I think about them. Another video I want to make is Lords of the Fallen. I've been playing that game a lot. It's a lot of fun, the 2.0 version. So I'll see you guys later, and good night.